What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. I finally got around to changing my backdrop, and I've had a few questions about it. So let's answer them. I use fabric or cloth photography backdrops. This one is 3 by 5 feet. It's not one of my favorites because I can't really iron all the wrinkles out. But I got it on Amazon a while back, and for the most part, it does what it's supposed to. But these are pretty large and they can be a challenge to store and find. But if you're looking for a quick option, then maybe we could try poster board. We can find it for a few dollars at grocery stores and craft stores. Then throw it in the back for a quick, seamless look. I just have it leaning against the wall. Super easy. And if you've got lights, I like to just place them in the back, shining at the poster board for a little background glow. If you're looking for a nature scene, we can find a picture on our phone, edit it and print it out, take a piece of poster board. Mine measures 28 by 22 inches. I fold it in half, so each side is 14 inches, then open it up, lay out my printables, use a glue stick to glue them down. If my picture is not large enough, I just print out a mirror image to extend the scene. Once the background has been glued down, we can prop it up and take our photos. This could be a cute backdrop for an Easter setup. Take a basket, like the one we made using a deodorant cap, then find or make a few minis. I like to find pictures off of stuff in my house, like this mini bag of popcorn that was on a bag of popcorn. I cut and clean the wrapper and then fold right next to the picture, trim around it, leaving tabs out to the sides, fold over the top and bottom and one of the sides. I use double-sided tape to hold them together and make a little envelope. Take leftovers from the bag, and we're gonna ball them up and put them inside. You can also just use a little bit of cotton if you prefer, then tape the last side down. Once everything has been secured, just kind of squish it a little to make it look the way you want. And we've got a miniature bag of popcorn to go in our basket. And yeah, I'm the girl that gives out popcorn at Halloween. Sorry. So we're doing it here too. Let's add a few more things. I found Disney Doorables Stitch mini peek bags at Michael's for $2 on clearance. This is bag D017. I think this will be a cute mini to add to our basket. And we have Stitch just sitting there. It's flocked. It totally looks like a plush. This will be perfect. Into the basket you go. Let's take the collector's guide, trim it if needed to look like a book. I'm cutting a green Post-it note into strips, but leaving them connected. Then crumble them up and place it in the basket for a little filler. We could take a couple of capsules from a Disney Doorables Squish-A-Lot Whatcha Gotcha machine. This is Series 1 E012, and we have miniature capsules that can open with little tiny Stitch figures inside that we can add to our little basket. We can add a few plants to our scene so the dolls can have a little Easter Stitch hunt using capsules instead of eggs. Speaking of eggs, I found these Bitty Pop eggs at Five Below. They have a Disney Stitch theme, so it looks like this video has a little Stitch trend today. And our first Bitty Pop is Stitch with a little bunny hat. We can take him out of the case to get a closer look. And he has a metallic finish. And we can totally add it to our basket. Are they all metallic? Let's see. That's a no, and this one is Scrump in a bunny costume. Oh my goodness, I couldn't love this more. Here it is with the doll so you can see the proportions. So far, this one is my favorite. And our last one is, please be Angel, please be Angel. No, it's a double. It's the metallic Stitch again. But now I can remove one from the base so it can fit easier in the basket. Another option for a backdrop that's printer-free is to use peel and stick contact paper. I got this at Dollar Tree for $1.25 each. This one has a marble print. Let's take a poster board, fold it in half, then fold it again, open it up. See this center crease? Let's cut on that crease to the center of the poster board so we can take one side and move it to lay over the other to make a corner room where the walls are standing, which might be hard to see because everything's white. But I'm going to trim off these bottom pieces that hang over to square the bottom of the room, which now measures 11 by 11 inches. And the walls are 14 inches tall. Let's bring over our contact paper, which is 11 inches wide. I use it to cover one whole wall. It is not forgiving, so make sure you place it carefully. But it's very fast and has a realistic look. Now that this wall is covered, I take another piece, cut it in half. We're going to lay it on the other side right next to the one we just covered. You can avoid the crease if you like so the paper doesn't curl. I lightly sketch a line on the other side, then remove the paper, take clear plastic from packaging, cut a large rectangle, take the clear plastic, place it on the poster board right next to the line drawn, and right at the bottom crease. I use tape to attach it to the poster board so the clear plastic can move like a door. I add black tape around the edge to frame it, then flip it over to get it out of the way so we can add the rest of the marble, covering up the tape on this side. Let's use the other half of the contact paper on the floor right underneath the first one. So when we overlap the bottom two pieces to make our corner room, we can just slide the little door over right to the edge to look like a large walk-in shower that can fold up when not in use. However, part of the shower door does stick out, so you can always make your door shorter if you like. I found a scrap of black poster board. I cut a small rectangle, fold over the sides and the back. I make a small cut in the back crease so the sides can move freely. Place glue along the back and attach it to the wall. Cut a square and a strip, bend the strip, and glue it to the square to make a handle that can lay flat that we can glue to the wall, creating like a little waterfall shower moment. We can also take a little leftover clear plastic, add a little hot glue. I bend the top so we have a little stream of water that we can place on the poster board to make it look like the shower is on. We can use a pen and a ruler to draw tile. I drew tile for the wall and the rest of the floor. We can draw more details if we like. I'm just using the same regular ballpoint pen, which can smudge. So I'm using a small piece of the contact paper backing to rest my hand on while I fill everything in. Then use clear tape to cover it, so we don't have to worry about smudging the ink or getting it on our dolls. And it gives it a little shine. But now the dolls have a large walk-in shower that folds up for easy storage. And if the walls need a little more support, we can cut another piece of poster board that is 14 by 11 inches and glue it to the back to get the wall to stand a little straighter. And now we have our small pink wall again for a little photography. These are super easy rooms using stuff you might already have or can find at a grocery store or dollar store. If we want to extend the room, we can add another piece of poster board and tape them together to make a larger bathroom where storage is not an issue, because we can just fold this wall back and still fold it up when we're ready to put it away. We can also bring this side in if we want to make it more narrow. We can add accessories like this dollar store toilet or crafts like this table we made in a previous video to look like there's a counter or a sink off to the side. Add a plant or two. I found this metal storage container at the dollar store. I think we can use it to look kind of like a sink. I placed it on the table, and I think we're good to go. Using a little poster board, we can put together a quick scene for our doll photos. This is definitely the easiest bathroom I've ever made. Thank you for joining us while we made a doll room using poster board. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!